We are headed east to New Richmond, Wisconsin today for our day trip, but first we're making a pit stop, my friends. We are stopping in Lake Elmo, not just to get a cup of coffee, but to nerd out with a coffee-loving couple.
Good morning. How are you, my friend? Yeah, just straight up.
Mara, we are in your shop here in Lake Elmo, Ox and Crow Coffee Roasters. It's so cool.
Thank you.
Where did the coffee roasting come from? Why did you decide to do this?
5 years ago, Bruce and I, we spent a lot of time looking for the perfect cup of coffee. You know, we went all over, really all over the country, all over the state, all over the cities, and in the end, we just decided, well, let's just start home roasting. We'll try to figure out how to do this ourselves.
But you started with a popcorn popper.
I started with a popcorn popper, and it didn't work out very well for me. I just made terrible coffee in the beginning, and I threw it away. And I filled my house with smoke, and it took weeks for that smell to go away.
I would say there's something about a local coffee shop that speaks to the community. I feel like it's needed in a small community,
Absolutely.
don't you?
We don't ever get a big long line. You know, there's never, line out the door or anything. It's perfect. We can talk to everybody. We can ask them their name. Would you like medium roast or dark roast today? Medium. This is a lovely Guatemalan. Being that I'm from here, and I already know a lot of people in the town, but this town is growing so fast. It's been just amazing bringing in all these new families and bringing in the old and the new together here in this little coffee shop.
Our pour over system, first thing that we do is we wet the filter.
So it's perfect.
Yep, and then we measure how much coffee we put in. And then we go through a process where we let the gas come out of the coffee. It's a degassing process. We call it a bloom, and you can smell it.
That smells amazing.
Yeah.
So how many cups of coffee are you enjoying a day?
You know, I have to limit myself to just like a couple, because I could go wild here, And Bruce on lots of coffee is worse than normal Bruce.
Fun, Bruce. Ox and Crow, where does that come from?
So I come from a long line of Irish farmers. My great-great-great-grandfather came from Ireland. He was a farmer. All the way up to my grandfather, he was a local Lake Elmo farmer, and he was also the local doctor. But if you ask him, he was a farmer first. And so we wanted kind of a farming name to pay homage to our farming roots here in Lake Elmo.
This whole process takes about 3 minutes. That's about the optimal time.
How often are you doing a pour over here?
So we do pour overs. People that really are connoisseurs of coffee will come in and ask for a pour over, and they usually will take the time. Then you have other customers that are like, hey, I need my coffee like now. I got a meeting in 5 minutes. I got to go. It just depends on like how much time you have and how much you're
Shouldn't
interested
we all be pour over people?
I say slow down. Have a pour over
Have
coffee
a
with
pour
me.
over cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Well, this is my very first pour over, and it is a very good cup of coffee. Perfect way to start the day. Now we head to New Richmond, and I hear antiques are waiting for me. We're in Up Your Alley Vintage. Tell me about this spot.
Oh my gosh. Well, my husband and I retired from our real job, and then this here bowling alley was for sale. When we bought this building, it was a bowling alley. So we had fun gutting it. That's how we got some of these cats in here. They were strays. And then it just turned into this. We never in a million years expected it to do this well.
The lanes are gone,
Yep, lanes are gone.
but this is awesome. I walked in, 1960s vintage machine.
That was in pretty tough shape when we got it, but with a lot of elbow grease and hard work with the guys, it looks great now.
And you pull it, right?
One good pull, give it a rip.
Okay.
It's ready to go.
My favorite, let's go with Kit Kat.
There it is.
Veronica, I'm a little concerned about the Barbie situation we're having up here. What's
Yeah,
going on?
My husband had fun decorating them when we first opened up the store, because we just had boxes and boxes of Barbies and no clothes.
Naked Barbies.
Naked Barbies.
We might have to blur this out.
Yeah.
And then Ken's just hanging out by himself.
Notice him on the end with his clothes on.
He has a jacket on.
We want people to kind of mingle around and they'll find something else like, oh wow, what's that thing? That's really neat. But we get mostly, oh my gosh, this takes me back.
Godfather's Pizza. They have the best breadsticks.
Our last stop is the perfect way to cap off a great day. We are headed to a brewery that's familiar in Minnesota, but brand new in Wisconsin.
You can just get right out of Minnesota just a hair and be in New Richmond, and you can find the new lift bridge spot.
We opened on May 1st, so super exciting. It hasn't been too long, so but we've been really embraced by a lot of the businesses as well as customers here.
And what's cool with the tap room is it gives us the opportunity to take a batch, split it up between some tanks, and do different treatments. So maybe we do a sour and you get 3 different types of fruit out of it. We have some different treatments of our brown ale on now. We did like a coffee, a cookie dough, a tiramisu.
It made headlines when Liftbridge announced we're going to have Stillwater Tap Room, and now we're going to be in New Richmond. Why did you guys decide to come across the river?
Well, we had a great opportunity with some friends that purchased the building. So Big Watt Beverage Company we've worked with for years on different collaborations on beverages. So when they moved in here, they didn't have plans to use the tap room. It was really a no-brainer.
This is a really great way to end my day.
Plus, there's been a lot of headlines due to the laws in Minnesota not changing to help small breweries. That made it even a clearer choice that this is what we should do.
So we can go all the way across the board, everything from our Irish coffee stout, which is actually flavored with coffee from our friends at Big Watt Beverage. We have Juicy, which is our hazy, kind of tropical IPA. Getaway Pilsner, delicious 4%, kind of a cabin crusher, great lawnmower beer. And then this last one here is actually Jive Talkin'. So it's a sour with some apricot in it.
That's so good.
We're gonna go Irish coffee stout here. So this
We
one,
started with coffee today. I'm ending with coffee
we're gonna
today.
start with coffee and we're gonna finish with more fun coffee because this is beer.